I remember when I always joke about when we were choosing where to move in Alberta when we chose Northern Alberta. I divide Alberta by thirds based on threat. So the bottom half, Southern Alberta, you have your snakes and scorpions and stuff like that. And I was like, I got small kids. I just picture them like stepping in a hole, playing by a coolie or something. And then Central Alberta, where you are, of course, you have like the weather patterns that get you. And then up north, it's the bears and the cougars and stuff. So I thought we'd take our chances with the bears because we could see them coming. But they are pretty. I mean, if a bear wants you, it's probably going to get you.
If a bear wants you, it's going to get you. They're, you know, they can be confrontational, but typically not. Typically, they're not a hunter. You know, somebody watching this may dispute me, but typically a bear, unless they've got young and you separate them, you corner them or something, they're not really going to be after you. Cougar is probably the one that's the most, could tend to hunt you. They'll follow you. You read stories about it and hear guys talk about it. And cougars are cats, and cats can be very sneaky and elusive. And they're not always after you, and that's something I've only seen once in wild, and didn't get a chance to get a picture. They are out in the country that I go to. In fact, you talk about Drumheller, they're down in the river valley, in the Drumheller area, between there and Red Deer. Guys will talk about seeing them or seeing tracks, but boy, they're pretty elusive.
Have you ever caught any wolves?
I have a wolf rug. It's not a very
Good photo
story. I used to drive a logging truck in BC way back when I was a kid, and actually the wolf got in the way and got the worst end of it, so he ended up as a rug. I've only seen a few, TJ, and at a distance there, again, they're pretty elusive, but right time, right spot.
I guess, yeah.
You can find them. They are around Jasper. There's a few packs around there. In fact, there's a pack that you see in the wintertime. I've seen it twice. Up at, trying to remember the name of the lake, up from Jasper. It's just up behind the town site, about 5 miles, Pyramid Lake.
I know that one. I was just there.
Yeah, you go up there and you go past the little resort area and you get back farther and there's a little island with a bridge out to it.
Yes, that's right.
A bridge?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, from that bridge, I observed 3 wolves crossing the lake. Too far away to get good shots.
Yeah.
But definitely were wolves, and, so there are wolves around there. Probably the closest I've been was out west of Caroline. Big wolf right on the edge of the road. By the time I could get stopped and get my camera, he was history.
Yeah, no,
but he was a beauty big wolf. So they are around.
It's crazy to know that they're well, it's not crazy to know that they're right there. I guess I should assume that they're right there, but it's just neat to know like you're in a spot and there they are somewhere in the trees,
Oh, honestly, wildlife so often, I think when we're quadding or hiking, going somewhere, even driving out west, you wonder how many animals you go by. We don't see them. They see us. They're just sitting off the road watching. And, because we do not have the senses that they do.
It sure beats being back in Toronto where you get squirrels, raccoons, pigeons, and the occasional like seagull. Maybe a coyote. We get foxes here and there. A fox is like a really exciting thing to spot, But yeah, it's quite a different world out here, and one of the reasons why I absolutely love it and why it's way better.
Well, I think you made a great choice to come, and that's a good part of the world to live in, up Valley View area.
Yeah, it's beautiful up here.
Different parts of Alberta have their beauty.
They do, and don't get me wrong, like as much as I joke about like the weather in Central Alberta and like the snakes, the scorpions, Southern Alberta, having seen most of the province, I love the whole thing. It's beautiful.
Yeah, such a variety, contrasts.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I love. There's so many different types of topography and wildlife and everything, and it's all very accessible.
Yeah. We live in a great part of the country.
We do. Bye.